Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Greg Simoneau. Hello, Plymouth land. I'm Greg Simoneau, nice to be here. Thank you very much. Comcast 13, Verizon 43, how you doing? Oh, I just have to catch my breath there. First off, I'd like to say thank you to PAC TV for having me. It's my pleasure and my honor to be here tonight. Thank you. Quick shout out to my mom and dad. How you guys doing? Are you enjoying me on the new TV? Huh? It's your son in 4K. That makes it sound like I bought you your TV. I didn't buy your TV, so. But it sounds like I did. Are you enjoying me on your new TV? It sounds like I bought it, but I didn't. Okay. First, before I begin, I just have like a couple little notes here. Where'd my notes go? The first thing I want to say is, what I used to get this on my old show a lot is, like, what kind of show is this? And so I want to just give you like a little list of things about the show, what the show is. The first thing about the show is this show smells like Chinese food. Does that help you? Does that help you understand? Okay. This show has beach rights. So we can go to the beach whenever we want on this show. We have beach rights. Okay. Another thing about this show, think of it like this. This show is an alcoholic drink on a cold porch. Very nice and soothing, right? Okay. And the last one is, this one might throw you for a loop, but this show is the pages in between. So if this was a book, this show would be like this. This show is the pages in between, okay? So they say that you meet 10,000 people in your life, right? And I wasted one of them on Dustin. How's it going, Dustin? Dustin's in the control room. I wasted one of the 10,000 people in my life on you. Does that mean to say? I don't know. He's probably eating my yogurts right now, so he probably deserves that. There's one thing I wanted to say to my dad. You know, I never said it before, but if he's watching, I just wanted to say this to you, Dad. Daddy, I want an Oompa Loompa. I know you probably never heard that before. It was probably like I want other things, but now we got that out of the way. Sometimes when you stumble upon PAC TV or any like public access show, you want the person on there to say something like what you're thinking, you know? So this is what you want me to say. I'm stupid. I'm a stupid person. I mean, I know I wait all night to see that. So I haven't been on in a while. It's because they throw a government show out there every once in a while. And so in between the government shows, then you can see I'll be here, right? So this is my impression of someone on the government shows. I'm on a government show. Yay. Lies, 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 lies. Yay, the end. I'm on a government show. Yeah. This is a little personal vendetta I had to get out. Let me just look at my notes a little more. Here's something. I went to the restaurant 3V around Christmas time, just recently, 3V. It's in Cordage Park, and I wonder what the 3 V's stand for. And I think that stands for va 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 voom. See? Even my setups are local. And sometimes, if I get into like a little coughing fit, it'll turn into like a jingle. It'll go like this. Wah, wah, Wachusett, Wachusett Mountain. See? Even my punchlines are local sometimes. Now, thank you for sticking with those last 2 bits. Now, it is the only time in comedy where 2 punchlines have come together, where the first one is va 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 voom, and the next one is wah wah Wachusett. So that'll make you think. It's the only time it's ever occurred in comedy. And I did that on purpose. But it wouldn't be 3V, it would be 4V, technically. This last little bit I just wanted to get out there is you might have been flipping through the channels, watching some of this channel, and you're going to see a lot of eye candy out there. And, if you come to this show, I'm the eye candy. And it looks like I ate a lot of candy. So that's enjoyable for you. Thanks. Stick around. We'll have more show with you in 1 second. Yeah. This is a good magazine. A good magazine can make your day. I wonder what will happen to magazines in the future. Don't judge a book by its cover, but definitely judge a magazine by its cover. Because I grew up collecting comics, I sometimes put my magazines in plastic sleeves with backing boards. Whenever I go to an event, I always keep the program. I don't know why. I'm just that guy. Sometimes I open a magazine and someone I've met in real life is in there. This feels weird to me. The Native Americans thought that having your picture taken would capture some of your soul. I wonder what they would think about a magazine run. When someone wrinkles, folds, or tears a magazine, I feel somewhat offended. I recycle some of my magazines, but I'm always a little hesitant. I misspelled hesitant. I wanted to put an extra S right there in the middle. I wrote for my school newspaper. I thought this might lead to writing for magazines. It did not. Sometimes they call a television show a magazine. I think that's weird. A magazine can also be the thing that holds bullets for a gun. Now that's so weird. Also, a receptacle for film or CDs can be a magazine. The term magazine stems from storehouse, store up, and store, often used from the mid-17th century in the titles of books providing information useful to particular groups of people. In the 1700s, the magazines they had were the Tattler, the Female Tattler, The Gentleman's Magazine. The London Magazine. The Bee. The Scots Magazine. The Rambler. The Adventurer. The World. The Observer. And the Sporting Magazine. The Sporting Magazine's subtitle was Monthly Calendar of the Transactions of the Turf, the Chase, and every other diversion interesting to the man of pleasure, enterprise, and sport. That's so 1800s. Sorry I went down an old magazine wormhole there. I've had more than one magazine subscription outlast the actual magazine. I wonder about the future of magazines. This was a good magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Simoneau. Hey, how's it going? Greg Simoneau Show, number 9. How's it going? Dustin, how come no entrance music this week? Dustin? Wait, what the heck? What am I, in my basement? What's going on, Dustin? There's not even a control room over there. I'm just staring at a cement wall. What's going on? Well, apparently someone had the studio and I didn't, so we're just doing this as the Greg Simoneau Show, episode 9. It's holiday break. I hope you had a good Christmas. How's it going? Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, Scotty B. I'd like to thank the PAC TV staff for having me again. 9 episodes. This is the first one of 2023, so we'll see how that goes. Had a little bit of a vacation there with Christmas and whatnot. It's just a weird thing to be down here. I'm putting on a concert. What are you doing? I'll be up in a minute. All right, thanks. Sorry about that. There's challenges, you know, from taping at home, and you got to warm yourself up. You got to keep yourself ready. You know what I mean? This is crazy. When you're not used to something, it can throw you off a little bit. But you know, as the 2003 producer of the year, it's not going to stop me. Now we're in 2023, so Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. 2023, that's 20 years since I won PAC TV Producer of the Year. What's happened in the 20 years? Haven't gone back to the top of the mountain yet. That's okay. We'll get there. Got a great show for you tonight. Hopefully we can come up with something down here. And just give me a moment and we'll be right back. Yeah. Welcome to the Drum Drive Ratheskeller. This is my little comedy basement, I guess. So I've had a lot of jobs. This show doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately. I did try to get a job at the studio, which, you know, that didn't work out so good. But that's years ago. So now what I'm doing is delivering mail. Have you done this? Have you tried it? And I always wonder, what do you think happens when someone gets 2 flyers? Uh-oh, right? I imagine they're sitting there reading their flyer. Okay, savings on this and that at the grocery store. Let me just put that down. Okay, savings at the grocery store. Wait, I already read this. I'm doing extra reading. This looks the same as what I just read. Oh no. I'll just put that over there and continue with my mail. And now they're going to be like, well, who's going to pay for this extra reading that I did? I better call that post office and complain. And now, look, I have double the height stack of mail to get rid of. I would have had that if they didn't make this mistake. And now I have that to get rid of. So they call up, it gets back to me, and they're like, Greg, you know, at 123 Main Street Avenue, what happened? And I'd be like, well, you know what probably happened? When I reached for a flyer, instead of grabbing one, I probably grabbed two. So it was literally the difference of this and this. That, I probably went, that, are you seeing this? That or that? That or that? Well, don't let it happen again. Yeah, sorry, you know. Sorry about that. And sorry if I double flyered you. You got flyered. So, I was wondering, who else can make a mistake that big in their job and really upset someone? And I was thinking, the only person I can think of is a surgeon. If he misses by that much, you know, you might not make it. And then you won't be able to read any more flyers. You'll be looking for savings on liver, because you'll have no liver. Something like that. Well, thanks for joining us at the Drum Drive Rathaskeller. We'll see you next time. All right. Yeah. We're back. This is the Rathaskeller, the Drum Drive Rathaskeller, joke number 2. I switched mics, and this thing's amazing. I guess I don't really have a joke this time, but just wanted to get some of this vocalage on here. Ooh, ha ha ha. Just having fun with myself, I guess. Thanks for joining us. You know, I always wanted to have a comedy club in my basement. Pretty cool. Thanks for joining us. Should I charge people to come down here? I don't know. You know, I'm just doing these videos in between working on the stairs, so I'm putting a lot of work in on the stairs. So, you know, maybe I should charge a little cover charge. Whoa. If you've been to comedy clubs before, you'll go to some dives, definitely, right? They might not be like this, though. They might not have the cool stuff we do here at the Drum Drive Rathaskeller. I got the WWF here, Mr. Perfect. And on my show, I'm Mr. Perfect. Because it's my show. I don't know. It's stupid. I had this sign here. This was the Greg Simoneau Show, episode 300. If it fit, I was going to make it episode 3000. But it didn't fit. So we went over the admission charge. That's free. We do broadcast on public access and on closed circuit at the senior center. Hi, seniors. Time for your happy pills. Yay, do it together. Wait, hold on, that was too fast. Also, if you want to play along at home and you're watching this on public access, it might take some kind of drugs to get through this show. So this will be your clue right here. We'll do them together. Take your drugs. Well, you know, not literally drugs. Your candy. And here we go. Yep, down the hatch. All right. That was everyone at the senior center. Don't double dose. Watch your doses. People don't do drugs. All that. But it might make the show more fun for you. I mean, I know this mic is. Whew, that's funny. That's scary. So thanks for the second video. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back from the Drum Drive Rathaskeller in the near future. Ooh. All right. So Happy New Year. Yeah, we're at the beginning of the new year. It's 2023. Have they roped you into any gym memberships yet? Wow, I could probably go. I don't want to make myself too good, right? 2023. I wonder what happened 20 years ago. Oh, just a little thing about I won the Producer of the Year award at PAC TV. Hello, 20th anniversary. So over here, I dug them out, and I accepted this award on behalf of the Greg Simoneau Show. And here is the proof. Greg Simoneau, 2003 PAC Award, Producer of the Year. And let's get a little good shot of that. It's unbelievable, isn't it? 20 years ago. I haven't reached the mountaintop since, but that was 20 years ago. But I did take a 15-year break, so we'll see. See what happens. I don't even know if they give these away anymore, and I probably equate it to a Dundee, but Also, let's not forget the 2004 Greg Simoneau Show 2004 PAC Award for Creative Innovation Award. Now, I don't know if that's just Dan's way of saying, good job, like a participant award, but either way, here I am holding more gold. So, and then last but not least, let's take a look at the 2005 PACI Creative Innovation, the Greg Simoneau Show, Greg Simoneau. What a title. They really went all out on these titles. 2005 PACI Creative Innovation, the Greg Simoneau Show, Greg Simoneau. Creative innovation, I don't know what that means, but I think it's probably like turning your basement into a comedy studio. I don't know. Just crazy shit like that. Also, this is slightly more embarrassing, but Glamour Model Participant Award. So they got me to go to one of these glamour model shows, and I got a participant award. But also, I won. I don't know. But here it is. Glamour Pageant Winner, Inc. winner. And that was 2002. So 20 years ago, I won a modeling award. And here's the proof. And it's from Tony's Trophies. So you know that's legit. So I have here all my gold lined up for you, right next to the WWF. It was the WWF back then, but now it's the WWE. But that doesn't matter. So thanks for watching again. This is just a little clip of my my gold, if you will. It would probably make you jealous, but if you want to do your own show, there's the public access. There's the interwebs. Go ahead and do it. Just put in the work, and you too could be holding gold someday in your basement, like me. Ladies and gentlemen, again, Greg Simoneau. How's it going? How are we doing out there? Welcome to the Greg Simoneau Show. This is the home show. We're not in studio. This plays on public access. How's it going? Channel 13 on Fios or Comcast. Verizon 43. Did I get that right? I don't know. We don't have the staff here with us tonight, but thanks a lot, staff, for letting me do my show and, encouraging me in all the wrong ways. This does play down at the Senior Center. So hello, seniors. How you doing? I know you only have a little bit of TV time, and I'm sorry that this is what they put on for you. you did just miss the Bible guy. So sorry, no Bible on this show. We'll take a break and be right back.
Thank you, Plymouth. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Plymouth. Have a good night.